Salvation is not works-based. Reward is works-based. You are going to earn a reward, either death or eternal life. Go listen to the teaching, Are You Saved?, which explains the relationship between salvation, faith, and works. They're not adversaries. They work together to get to the end result of eternal life. You need salvation or nothing happens. You need faith or you're not going to do anything, and then you need to do it. I just made it real simple. I just took 5 parts and turned it into 1 minute. Okay? Without what Messiah did, anything you did would be of no point, except for whatever benefit in this world you get, right? There'd be no point. And you can't earn that. He did it for everybody while you were weak and in your sin. Did it for everybody. He says that he gave his life for the whole world, and even says that he did this before the foundation of the world. Like this was already planned to happen before anything was even begun. He knew he was going to make possible eternal life, but all he did was make it possible. The rest is all on you. Oh no, it's not by my strength. Yes, you have to use your strength. He will strengthen you, he'll encourage you, but you have to show him that you have the strength to obey. Look, they did not get lifted out of Egypt and plopped down in Jerusalem. Well, there wasn't a Jerusalem yet, but you understand what I'm saying? They had to walk that journey all the way there and go through all of the challenges of that wilderness journey. And they earned being there. And guess what? In the beginning, they didn't earn it because they breached relationship, didn't trust him. So he said, fine, you're going to wander around for 40 years. They earned that. Then they whined and complained about that. He says, no, you earned that. You didn't trust me and do what I said and didn't believe me. That's a breach of relationship. You can now all die in the desert. I'll work with the next generation. That's pretty rough. So you may want to ask yourself, he may just decide, all right, that's your choice. I'll work with the next generation. He's been doing that, by the way, for thousands of years. People who make the wrong choices, fine, that's your choice. You can die, and I'll work with the next generation. Somebody's going to want to be the whomsoever wills. Maybe that's you, maybe it's not. Let's make sure we understand what Paul, Christianity's hero, is actually saying. He's saying, don't you get confused. There is a judgment coming, a righteous judgment from the Almighty, and he's judging us according to his word, and he's going to judge you according to your works as they do or don't match up with his word. And that you have the possibility as a reward, either everlasting life or wrath and displeasure. It's your choice, but you will earn. He says, but according to the hardness of your unrepentant heart, you are treasuring up for yourself a judgment. Verse 6 says, and he's going to render to you that judgment according to what each one of us does. You earn it. By the way, that's consistent with Ezekiel 18 that we read last time. Right? If the parent was a sinner, the parent reaps what he sowed. If the son was righteous, the son's going to get what he sowed, and vice versa. The son wasn't judged according to the works of the father, and the father wasn't judged according to the works of the son. Each one of us is going to be judged according to works. By the way, in Philippians, he says each one of us has to walk out our own salvation in fear and trembling. Philippians 2:12. You walk out your own. So he's talking about this reward here. Hopefully we're getting this, like when we talked about in Romans 5, we talked about exulting in the pressures and how they build endurance. He's talking about that. Remember, this is all the same letter. There's a theme going on here. We just went back a few chapters to see how it started, because we started off in chapter 5, now we're in chapter 2.